Hi guys, today I'm just going to be showing you the brand new class I came out, which is called the Daimon Class. This is how the class actually looks like. It's pretty cool. It's a kind of genie, type class, because it is themed off of the Throne of Darkness Saga Bacon Cat event, which is the event with Zeri as the villain, and he has a magical amulet which grants wishes. And that's what genies do, so they thought up of this nice design here, which Blade made, by the way. Blade's a really cool artist that made a design for the class. And the skills were constructed by Arklin and Osu, which are some really nice testers and developers. But to actually get this class, there is two ways to get the class, and that is by /joining Bacon Cat. And it's just gonna take a while to load there. And in the shop right here, you will be able to see that it says Daimon, and there's the 2K AC, the 2000 AC version, which is the one that non-members have to buy, and then there's the member version. And surprisingly, they don't require reputation, Bacon Cat reputation, which is a bit strange, but yeah. So if you're not a member, you'll have to try and buy the AC version, 2000 ACs. If you're a member, you can just get it for 200,000 gold, like I did. And now, let's go into the actual class guide. So, /join, I'm just gonna go Shadow Realm 50/50, where one of my guildmates is waiting for me. So here I'm with Blood Avenger today, and he will be my assistant for this class guide. So let's get started. We have actual attack for the first move. Oh gosh. Okay, so the first move is called actual attack instead of auto attack. I just chuckled a bit. It has a 2-second cooldown, it's physical. Using your mind, you reach out and cause pain to your foe. And boy, do they feel it. So that's pretty neat. It's not called auto attack, it's something else. But it is pretty much just an auto attack. It's just named something else. So second attack is called Brainwave. And it costs 14 mana, 6-second cooldown, it's magical. A wave of psychic fire engulfs up to 3 foes, dealing moderate damage, and applies either mental burn or psychic burn. Mental burn deals less damage per tick, but lasts 12 seconds. Psychic burn deals more damage per tick, but only lasts 6 seconds. They don't stack, but you can have both of them applied on one enemy at a time, or at the same time. So it's a kind of complicated move, but not really. So it can have two effects where one burn does more damage, but it lasts not that long, and then one that does less damage but lasts longer. So what would you really go for? That's your choice, I guess, but it's all with luck, so it's just with chance. But you can have both of those effects on the monster at the same time, so it's kind of like a double damage thing. So I'm just going to use that over here. And it does have its own animation. And it does hit 3 targets, and it puts that little dot there. And we got Mental Burn, which is the one that does less damage. Yeah, the one that does less damage. And now we got both of them at the same time. So yeah, you can see there. There's less. Oh yeah, I died. But yeah, you can see there that there was a damage over time doing over 200, and then there was one that was only doing over 100. And it does hit up to 3 targets, but You definitely have to heal with this class or you're gonna die like I just did. But other than that, there's nothing really else to that move. Then for your third move, it's called Mass Effect. Costs 25 mana, 12-second cooldown. It's magical, heals up to 4 allies while placing one of 5 random buffs on them. The heal is twice as strong if another player is selected. If an enemy is selected, you will be healed for twice the amount. Now this confuses me a bit, right? This is one of the reasons why Blood is here at the moment for this skill. Just to show you the effects of it. So it heals up to 4 allies. I only have 1 here at the moment. And it does it puts random buffs on them. If I was to use it now, it's also stronger. And that's one of them right there. It's a heal over time. I think that's what it was just then. A heal over time. I don't really know what the other buffs are. So yeah, regeneration. Okay. So that's just the heal over time. It doesn't have a specified animation for it. So then there's Dumb Lucky. I'm not quite sure what that is. And then I had Forever Alone, and it just said Invincible Fades. I'm not quite sure what they do. It doesn't actually say what they do. That's the thing. Yeah, if you select a monster and use it, it doesn't really seem to change it all that much, so it's a bit confusing. But let's just see what happens. Okay. Okay, yeah, regeneration's pretty obvious. It's a heal over time. But I seriously don't know what the rest do. We're only really getting regeneration at the moment. Let's see if we can get to it. So Forever Alone, what does that do? Might be a damage buff? I don't really know. It's very hard to tell what it is, actually. I can't really tell what it is. It's a bit hard to tell what the others actually do. I'm not quite sure at the moment. But as you can see, there's different side effects, and one of them's regeneration. And that's like, that would be really good in like Blood Rat Brawl then, because you can heal 4 other players, and also put other side effects on them that I'm pretty sure help. So that would be pretty cool. So for your 4th skill, it's called Shattered Reality. 20 mana, 10-second cooldown, magical, powerful psychic burst of area effects, which will hit up to 2 foes. Applies mental weakness, reducing their damage by 40% for 5 seconds. So you'll need this one because it reduces their damage, and it does hit pretty hard. But your 5th skill will make it a lot, make you hit a lot harder. I'll just show you. It does have its own animation. I can't really tell what the animation is, but so it does reduce the damage, not for that long. Only for 5 seconds, so that's not that long. But it can hit harder than your first move. See, it did over 1,000. Then I'm just gonna heal quickly. But it's a pretty neat move because it reduces the damage, and that's really helpful with this class. But other than that, other than it actually hitting 2 monsters and dealing a bit more damage than your first move, and also reducing the damage that the monsters do, nothing really else to do with that move. But your 5th move, which is called Mind Blown, costs 30 mana, 25-second cooldown, magical, deals solid psychic damage to up to 3 targets, and increases your haste and crit chance by 30% for 10 seconds. Now this move is pretty cool, because it does deal a lot of damage, up to 3 targets. It's kind of like the class's nuke, and it also increases your speed, so you hit a lot harder, and you hit a lot faster, because it also increases your crit chance for 10 seconds. So it's really helpful. I'll show you why. So I'll go ahead and use it and you'll see what I mean. So yeah, it does like 3,000 or more damage. And then if I were to use my other moves, I'm gonna deal a lot more damage. See, one of them just died really quick. But it doesn't last that long. But it's really helpful for this class. As you can see, it deals a lot of damage when you use it. And you really want to hit faster and harder at the same time, so it's really helpful for that. But you also have to make sure that you can heal and stay alive. But yeah, it's a really neat move. So onto the passive skills. There's Wrath of the Touched, increased crit by 8%. Touched Mind, so this is pretty cool. Raises intellect, well, increases intellect by 15%. Daemons gain mana when they strike an enemy in combat. More effective on crits, are struck by an enemy in combat. So if you get hit by an enemy, you also gain mana back. And whenever you hit an enemy, you also gain mana. So that's pretty neat, but you don't want to really get hit a lot, or else you might have some trouble, because the heal isn't that powerful. It's a very confusing heal. But it can sometimes do a lot. The highest it's done for me is over 2,000. Pretty sure. But yeah, as you can see that it can do enough to actually save your life when you're using this class. For this class, myself, I recommend using Wizard on the class. Just because it is magical based. As you can see, it's pretty much fully magical based. And maybe some luck mixed into it, so maybe luck on the weapon. I just realized this whole time that I was using only unarmed. So 1 second, I'm just gonna try all of this. So I'm just gonna try it all together with everything on so that the damage is at full potential. So, here it goes. Just trying to get a buff in there. Yeah, it does deal some really nice damage with all the moves together, with all the buffs that you also get. Oh, and we just had... Yeah, that was the mind-blown thing. But yeah, it can deal some really nice damage. But yeah, as I said, Wizard on the class and pretty much luck on everything else. Or if you want to, you can just go full Wizard. So Wizard on all the items. But other than that, guys, that's the end of the video. And, let's see what you think about the class. Do you like it? Or do you think there can be any changes? I think it's a pretty cool class. It's pretty nicely made. It does deal some nice damage. Might be fun to use. I'm still gonna stick to my Evolved Dark Caster. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.